Do you want to know why mixed signals mess with you so badly? Not because you're naive, not because you get attached too fast, but because mixed signals don't just confuse you, they train you. They keep you leaning forward. They keep you checking. They keep you trying to earn something that should never be earned in the first place. Basic consistency. And I'm going to ask you something right away. When was the last time you felt genuinely calm with them? Not excited, not relieved, just calm. Because here's what happens in real life. One day you feel chosen, the next day you feel tolerated. One day they are warm, interested, attentive. Then suddenly they are vague, distant, busy, overwhelmed, unavailable. And what makes it so hard to leave is that nothing is clear enough to call it a final ending. There is no clean betrayal you can point to. No dramatic moment that gives you permission. Just a slow drip of uncertainty that keeps you in the waiting room of your own life. Have you been living in that waiting room? Have you been telling yourself it's not that bad while your body is quietly falling apart? Let's be honest about what it does to you. You don't just think about them. Your mind becomes a monitor. You track timing. You read into tone. You measure distance. You notice how fast they used to reply, and you notice how long it takes now. You notice the shift in language. You notice when they stop using your name. You notice when plans become maybe, when certainty becomes we will see. And you tell yourself you're just paying attention. But tell me, does paying attention feel calm to you? Or does it feel like you're scanning for danger? Because that's what this really is. Your nervous system trying to restore safety by predicting the next move. When safety is inconsistent, your brain becomes a detective. It thinks, if I can just understand the pattern, I can prevent the pain. That's why you can be intelligent, self-aware, even experienced, and still feel hijacked by one person's inconsistency. So if you've been judging yourself, can you stop for a second and admit the truth? This isn't weakness, this is conditioning. And I need you to hear this clearly. Mixed signals are not neutral. They create a power imbalance. When someone's present and absent decides how you feel, they become the controller of your emotional weather. And then you start adapting quietly. You become easier to keep, quieter, more flexible, more understanding. You start editing yourself so you don't scare them off. You stop asking questions because you don't want to be too much. You pretend you don't need clarity because you don't want to look needy. And slowly, without realizing it, you start participating in your own emotional disappearance. Tell me the truth. What parts of you have you been shrinking just to keep accents? Now here's the part that is going to sting a little, but it will also set you free. The most addictive part of mixed signals is not the person. It's the relief. It's the comeback. It's the moment that silence breaks and your body finally unclenches. Have you felt that? That moment, a message arrives and your chest loosens like you've been pardoned. Like you can finally breathe again. And your mind calls that love, because it feels like being rescued. But relief is not love. Relief is what you feel when something harmful stops happening. It's a nervous system exhale after a nervous system threat. That's why one small text can erase 3 days of silence in your mind. Your body isn't responding to romance, it's responding to the end of distress. So let me ask you, are you attached to them? Or are you attached to the moment the pain stops? This is why people stay. Not because they are weak, not because they have no silence, but because the brain bonds to unpredictable reward. When something is consistent, your system relaxes. When something is inconsistent, your system locks on. It works harder. It tries to end the next good moment. It starts treating the next message like a reward you have to unlock. And then you begin to change. Clarity, closure, a label, a sentence that proves you mattered. You start believing that if you just say the right thing, be the right version of yourself, stay calm enough, attractive enough, patient enough, they will finally become consistent. But pay attention. Does it actually change? Or does it reset? Because a reset feels like progress when you are starving. A reset gives you hope. And hope makes you tolerate what you shouldn't. So I want to ask you something that cuts through the night. When they are actually steady, when they are present, available, consistent, do you feel calm? Or do you feel restless, suspicions, like something is missing? If calm feels boring, it often means your system learned to associate love with instability. You don't just crave them, you crave the roller coaster that makes you feel alive. And that's not a moral failure, it's a pattern. But if you don't name it, it will just keep choosing your partners for you. Here's the clean shift I want you to practice. Separate interest from impact. Even if they like you, even if they want you, even if they miss you, what's the impact of their behavior on you? Do you feel safe, settled, valued? Or do you feel like you are always one silence away from spiraling? Because attraction without safety is not intimacy. It's a nervous system trap. And I'm not going to give you 10 paragraphs to send. You don't need a speech. You don't need to explain your worth. You don't need to prove your feelings. One sentence, calm and final. I need consistency and clear intent. If you can't offer that, I am stepping back. Say it once, then stop negotiating. The point of a boundary is not to convince them, it's to stop abandoning yourself. And if they punish you for asking to be treated well, that tells you everything. People who benefit from your uncertainty will call your standards too much. Let them. Too much is what people say when you stop being easy to manage. So the next time a message lights up your screen and your body floods with relief, pause and ask, is this love? Or is this my nervous system finally getting a break? Because if their return feels like oxygen, it means you were suffocating when they were gone. Love doesn't do that to you. Love doesn't make you feel smaller. Love doesn't make you change. Love doesn't keep you in waiting room. Love is steady. Love is clear. Love is a place where your nervous system can rest. And if this hits too accurately, take a breath and tell the truth. You are not confused. You are conditioned. And the moment you see the pattern clearly, it's the moment you stop calling it love. It's the moment you stop calling it romance and start choosing what actually protects you.